listening to a lot of Led Zeppelin and Rush and other progressive rock groups like Yes and King Crimson. And all of that sort of experimental realm led me to fusion, which led me to Mahavishnu Orchestra, Return to Forever. And then that's about when I discovered those groups, that's when I started to really explore more of traditional jazz. And that led me to being a drummer first, Tony Williams and Elvin Jones, and piano players, of course, like Herbie Hancock and McCoy Tyner. And more recently, I've gotten more interested into electronic music, and I really, really am quite inspired by what Flying Lotus is doing. My favorite part of being in this group definitely is the freedom that I'm allowed to have, and that everybody is allowed to have, especially with what my rig is for this group, with the Mallet Cat and the Moog and the Prophet and all the synth sounds. But playing it like a vibraphonist, it's a unique rig and there's a lot of possibilities, and I'm just able to explore that with, and everybody's just, they support that. I would say this is like the hardest music that I've ever had to play and perform. And it's really just an honor to be here and to be asked to do this, because it was definitely a bit out of my comfort zone at first. And it maybe still is, but it's been quite the growing experience. And I would say for me personally, the hardest part of this session is yet to come when I try to track Oscar's tune. I'd say one of the more surprising things that's been happening is that after we'll do like 2 takes of a tune and then we go listen back to it. When you're tracking this caliber of music, there's a lot to process and think about along the way, but at the same time, you have to kind of just let it flow and not think about it too much, because that can get you into trouble. So surprisingly enough, when we would go back into the control room after tracking a couple takes, we'd listen back and, what I was hearing coming out of the monitors was completely different from what I experienced in the live room. And it was for the better too. I was surprised at the results that we were able to get so quickly.